So then let's talk about the Miami Dolphins too, because as I told you in our schedule release, I'm getting a little bit excited about this team. They've made some really big changes. They've invested a lot of money on Sue, and now they've got an excellent draft pick as well with their wide receiver Devontae Parker. Do you guys think this total went up? It's up at what, 9 now? Yeah, 9.
Yeah. I think 9's too much for this team. There's no way in hell I'm betting a Joe Philbin team. And Joe Philbin and Tannehill, they're like a step below Belichick and Brady, right?
I was going to say, is Tannehill still the quarterback? He is, right?
What's that?
Tannehill's still the quarterback, right?
Yeah, I call him Tanna Trash. But,
I mean, look, he'll have some good games, he'll have some great halves, but 9 is a hell of a lot of NFL wins, man.
It is, yeah. I'm looking forward to him throwing ground balls to Devontae Parker. But the Dolphins, I do think I'll tell you this. This is how I view the Dolphins. I think over is a great bet with this Miami team. I think it's changed completely. I think this team has lots of receivers now for Ryan Tannetrash. They got Greg Jennings, Kenny Stills, Jordan Cameron, Devontae Parker. Lamar Miller should be able to run the ball, and they picked up Jay Ajayi, who, as long as his bone-on-bone knee problem doesn't get in the way, he should help the running game. And I think the defense is actually a pretty big weakness for this team. Yeah, they got Sue, but the defense doesn't have a whole lot outside of that. So I do like the Dolphins overs. That's what my conclusion here with this team.
Oh, okay. So overs.
Overs, yes, right.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say I agree with that, but that I wouldn't bet them on the. Okay. Yes, I agree.
Totals. Week 1 against the Redskins, I like over 44.5.
Right. I completely agree.
I agree. Their draft, I think, among a lot of teams that we talked about, that the draft really doesn't affect their season win totals. I actually think that the Dolphins and it actually is legitimate because obviously we really like Parker as a talent. I'm not quite sure of why they went after a speedster when we already have seen that that Tannehill can't get the ball to Mike Wallace down the field. So I don't quite know how that's going to work out for him. But I really like Jordan Phillips to go along with Sue, man, on this defensive line. He develops into the talent that people think he's going to be nasty 1-2 combo there in the middle of that defensive line for the Dolphins. But 9 probably too high for a season win total here for me in that division, which is definitely improved from last year. If you're basing it on last year, yeah, sure, 9 looks good, but this year, much improved division, and obviously you still have the Super Bowl champs there, if I'm not mistaken.
I just think I agree with you, but I mean, don't forget they lost Odrick, right? Odrick was a pretty quality defensive lineman, so to me that's a lateral move at best. I do like the player too, but you're expecting him to come in and play as good as Odrick. I don't know that that's going to happen. I just think you look at their secondary, some real issues there. They didn't address anything. Even linebacker, don't forget, not that Danielle Ellerby's that good, but it's not like they got anybody else. They basically put all their money in Ndamukong Suh, and he can't really play all positions on defense at once.
I think that your concerns about the secondary are definitely legitimate. But with Phillips, they're going to have to double team Sue a lot, and it's going to leave some lanes open for those guys on the ends and Phillips. So I think that's kind of where I'm more basing on my upside for Phillips this year than anything, just because he has a guy that's going to get double teamed a lot next to him. But yeah, I think you're right. Dave, you were really astute there with betting the overs. I think with this team, it's something I didn't really think about. But yeah, with the fact that their secondary may be absolute garbage this year, and that offense may be a lot improved, you're right, dude. It may be a very, very good value to bet the overs on them early in the season for the books catch up.